Xbox on.
Game on, baby. Wow!
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep.
Let's do this.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Party Chat Podcast. We are pretty excited to be here this week because there is a whole lot of news going on here on the subreddit, and I'm being completely sarcastic. I'm this week's host, Uncle Jesse, and with us is the always lovely and cosplay queen herself, Carina.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. And with us is the cheesiestness of the cheese from a cheese ball. Is it a ball or a cheese wheel? It's delicious cheese.
I'm pretty sure it's a cheese wheel. Wheel.
Cheese ball?
Yes.
Oh,
Actually, you know, holiday season around here, we get these cheese logs.
Cheese
What?
logs?
Yeah, it's like this orange cheese with, I don't know, there's like some kind of pink cheese mixed in there. I have no idea what it is, but there's like nuts mixed into it. I'll have to find some pictures and send it to you.
I mean,
guys. It is
You come from a place.
disgusting. Yeah, it looks disgusting. It looks disgusting, but tastes so good.
I just talked over you there due to the lag, but you come from a place where you have a meal called a garbage plate. So
Yes, indeed.
So I don't have much hope for your cheese log with random bits of cheese in there.
Yeah, you know, it's that holiday festivus season. And
I have
it's,
Some
no
really
better time
nice
to
cheddar
indulge in it.
here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, aged cheddar.
Oh, very nice.
2 different kinds.
You know what's the best? The absolute best is if you guys ever come stateside, you can get cheese in a can. It's like an aerosol can with cheese inside of it.
Oh, is it cheese string? Well, not cheese string, because that's different here, but...
Cheese whip.
It's
cheese
like,
whiz.
It's like a cheese whiz, in a can, and you push the nozzle and cheese spits out of it, and it's probably the most processed garbage you will ever eat in your entire life, but it tastes so good.
Okay, so,
on a cracker.
So I have never seen this before. The only reason I know it exists is from the Blues Brothers movie. Because there's that iconic quote, "You get my cheese whiz, boy."
It's actually Easy Cheese is the only one that I've ever had, and that's the brand. I'll have to send you guys some pictures of these wonderful cheese inventions that are here stateside. They should really make their way across the globe. Cheese in a can is stupidly expensive, though. It's like $5 for a can, so you're just better off buying a whole brick.
Hold on 1 second.
Off the rails. Where's he going? I think it's his cat, maybe? Cream, you want to take a bet here? What's he doing? He's going to the bathroom? Grabbing a beer. No, he doesn't drink. Grocery shopping? What is this guy doing? Unpacking a new game?
I'm back. So the good thing about me living in a tiny apartment is that I basically record in my kitchen, so I have access to the cheese.
Oh, very good.
Right? So, welcome back to the Cheese Podcast.
Right. This week's specialty cheese is Gouda.
Oh, no, this is cheddar, not Gouda.
I don't think I've had Gouda cheese. I like Gouda cheese. What's Gouda cheese?
You uncultured swine.
I don't even know how to explain.
Too far, I tend to eat lots of cheese. I don't really know what I'm eating.
How do you explain
so I'll
cheese?
just take it.
It's like, what's this cheese? It's a cheesy cheese?
That's basically how I approach every fancy
This is good, but it's so sharp.
Cheese out. It's right. It's cheese. I'm like, it's just some cheese. That's
that's exactly how I go. I'm like, I don't know what cheese this is, but it's cheese, so I like it, so I eat it.
That's true.
That's some good stuff, by the way.
It's very, very adult of us. So, well, let's get back on subject here. We're talking about the subreddit, the Xbox One subreddit, Xbox games. If this is your first time listening, I apologize. Or if you're still listening, I apologize.
Yeah, me too.
By the way, Ross is not with us this week. Ross is, I don't know what he's doing. He's probably playing some more Gears of War somewhere in Never
Tinder.
ending horde mode. Yeah. And Tinder. trying to mine for more Tinder reviews, of the podcast. Which I still can't believe happened.
That was the best.
But we normally open things up with what we've been playing. So, Carina, what have you been playing?
I have not been playing a lot actually this week. I've been quite busy. I played a bit of Fortnite, mainly because I'm always playing Fortnite. It's just too fun to play because we don't do much. We just hide in bushes. And
Yeah.
that's how we win the game.
I watched a stream and I was like, wow, this is hiding in a bush simulator 2017.
It literally is though. Like the fact is, it became so much a thing that Fortnite have now added it as a collectible. So as one of the items, you can actually get a bush item, so you make yourself into a bush because that's what people like to do. And you
like boxes from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, exactly. But it's funny when you see someone running though, because you just see like this bush with legs running across the map. It's quite amusing, but no, that's definitely my highlight has been a bush. And then I was meant to try Battlefront, but my Xbox decided to reinstall it at the wrong time, and so I couldn't play Battlefront because I was streaming with Xbox ambassadors. So I was gutted, but I got to watch gameplay of it, and it looks fun. I played it at Eurogamer. It's just a shame I couldn't get back into it again in time, but I am gonna at some point play it when I've got a bit of free time. But other than that, mainly Fortnite this week.
Fortnite. I still have yet to jump in on that, and I keep having good intentions of jumping on, especially seeing, I'll pop on Mixer and, I'll see people playing it, and it actually looks really fun. It's just, I don't know, how do you manage all of the, you're not only shooting and running and jumping, but you're also building, it's like ramps and walls and barricades, all
collecting
at the same time.
stuff.
It just seems very complicated to manage while playing.
So when I played it originally, I really hated it. In fact, if anyone who's a long-time listener will remember, I had some very choice words about the game when it first came out. But watching Carina's streams, it's actually, when they're not hiding in a bush for 20 minutes, it's actually really, really fun and really engaging to watch. Because, they've basically remade the entire game now. They seem to have scrapped the original idea. They even changed the name of the game. Now the game is actually, Fortnite Battle Royale. It's not even just Fortnite anymore. And this new way of playing the game using the same engine actually seems like way better than the original one. Like, I would play this.
Over the original.
Absolutely. The original was basically tower defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say the original was good, but there was just so much to it, and if you're playing on your own, it's not as great. But to be honest, the fact that like the Battle Royale is just free and it's more of a laugh, like, I feel like even though it's similar to PUBG and obviously there's a whole, which one's better, PUBG's quite serious. With Battle Royale, it's more of a laugh and you just have a bit of fun with, which is nice. But yeah, the base building, I don't know how you even manage that. I think you don't do it a lot. You only do it really to get on mountains or near the end. It becomes a big thing near the end when you base build. Unless someone has a rocket launcher and then you're screwed. Just get blown up.
Oh man. Rhys, what have you been playing?
I have been playing, speaking of Mixer, I set up my Mixer thing and I wanted to test it, so I popped in some Trackmania Turbo, and it was meant to be just a quick test. And then, after like 5 minutes, Canada guy, how you doing, buddy? I know you're listening, a long-time fan of ours. He jumped into my stream and started talking to me. And so I kept playing and kept talking with him, and we went on a journey together basically through half the damn game, 2.5 hours later, and I was still playing Trackmania Turbo. So I had fun with that. I have to say that the developers must feel a bit sad, because when I completed the first world, I think 20 tracks or something like that, maybe 30. It wasn't even half an hour of gameplay. It was like 24 minutes of gameplay. Mm-hmm. I got the achievement for finishing that, and it was a rare achievement. It was only 5% of people had made it that far. And I was like, ooh, ow, ooh, like only 5% of people made it through your tutorial. And then when I got to the third level, it was less than 1%. Like so few
Was it because
people.
you were? I'm wondering. Actually, how does that? Is it basing that off of how many people have it installed? It has to be doing that, correct? The
I don't know
rarity
if it counts as like if you've bought it or installed it or if you've opened it. Because like,
yeah,
you know,
it's very...
you could just buy a game, and I don't know if that counts. Because I have, like 200 games that I haven't played sitting in my to be installed list, so I might be contributing to that if that's the case. But I would imagine that it counts when you open the game.
Maybe it does. Because I was going to say, so many people have probably downloaded it that number that it was calculating off of must have I would have guessed has
Yeah, you're right.
fluctuated.
It must have.
Like I download every game with gold.
Yeah, me too.
I just don't necessarily play every single one.
Yeah. I think a large amount of people were like, what game is this? And then they opened it up and saw that it's not a racing game, but a sort of puzzle game almost. And they went, yeah, nope. And noped out after a couple of minutes. And that's probably why. But yeah, that was fun. And I also played the DLC for a Nintendo game, Snipper Clips. Played some of that. Yeah, the little puzzle game. It's adorbs. You play Snip and Clip, and you're like these two little paper dudes.
Oh, yes,
And
that was one of the few trials that they had when the Switch.
Well, they just released some DLC for it, $10, and it's basically the same. Like they doubled the length of the game. We played some of that. It's so cute, but it's also really quite taxing on the brain. So you can only play it for a certain amount of time, because the puzzles are fiendish towards the end. And I also was playing some Rayman Origins or Legends, Rayman Legends, just today. In fact, before the podcast, I've already finished it, but we just decided one day to start playing through it again on the Xbox One. It looks good on a 4K TV. Oh, it looks so good. Like I have always said that it's one of the best looking games ever made, but on a huge 4K TV, I'm like, it's great. What about you, Clay?
That nice animations. Yeah, on my end, let's see. I have obviously been playing some Siege, but won't really talk about it.
Dude, what's up with waifu wars on Siege?
The what's that?
The waifu wars. So anyone who doesn't know, they've released some female operators, which are the characters in the game or the heroes, whatever you want to call them. And,
operators.
Yeah, and one of them's I think she's Korean by her name.
Yes.
Yep. And she's anyone who's into anime culture. She's definitely a waifu. And she's got like, people are drawing her in like this anime style, like taking selfies and being like, they're just making her cute. And there's people who are like the whole subreddit for Siege has turned into wars over which is the best waifu, which is the best girl. It's hilarious.
Well, they've now, what's really cool about this operator is that she's actually the sister to another operator that was previously as part of the last DLC.
Really?
Rolled out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Not that I can remember the character name offhand, but they sort of have opposite effects, I think, from each other, or like if you like they sort of counteract each other. Is supposedly what will happen. It hasn't been released yet on Xbox, the new characters, so I haven't yet to get to play with it. It's on the PC side of things and the technical test builds or whatever that is where people can test it out. I'm super excited for the new characters, but I have been doing a little bit of streaming on Mixer, which is fun. Getting back to the swing of things with that. I actually just got a crazy deal on a tripod for my Kinect.
Nice.
I can better position. It's just a tripod, and it was like I think it was a $40 tripod that was on clearance for $5, and I found it online and picked one up, and it works perfect for my Kinect. So I now have my Kinect mounted like 2 feet away from my face, so you don't see all of me as I'm streaming.
Slouched on the couch with your
exactly.
pajama pants on and
Totally.
beer gut
110%.
covered in crumbs.
Or
and
just my boxers. One of the
Why bother with pants?
Exactly. But so that's been really cool. I mentioned the last week I'm popped back into Quantum Break, so I had been actively been playing through that in the evenings and really, really enjoying that game. And it just visually is so, sometimes it's just striking how visually amazing it looks, and some of the effects that are in that game. I still think the story's a little cheesy at times.
That's an understatement.
Or the voiceover. But it's all crazy fun. I can't believe I never finished this game. I'm looking forward to actually finishing it. Hopefully we'll have it wrapped up this week so that I can start playing The Witcher 3.
Yeah, just good luck with the last boss. It's so bad.
On Quantum Break?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
One of my fellow moderators, Matt, aka Trainass, I actually did a little cameo on the our Nintendo subreddit podcast this week. They needed someone desperately, so so I was there. And we talked about it. He just finished it. He's in the same boat as you. And he did not have anything nice to say about that last boss, I tell you what.
Quantum Break. I'm trying to think what it is.
The last boss?
Oh,
Littlefinger.
No, I know the last boss on mine. Yeah.
I did want to, before we jump into stories, I did want to bring up a non-Xbox game that I have also been playing for the last few weeks now with my son, and I have been having the best time.
What game is that?
And that's Mario Odyssey.
Oh, you finally got Mario Odyssey.
So good. We got it like day one that it came out, and I've been pretty much tag teaming the game with him. So I've got a 6-year-old son. He's been playing that, and it's his first video game that he has beat.
Oh, good choice.
It was such an awesome time, and a majority of it he was playing himself. I think I did most of the boss fights, or just helped him out here and there.
You know, there's a 2-player mode, right?
We actually didn't do that. He would just literally just hand the controller to me. And I'd take over for a few minutes, and then I'd have to fight him in order to keep the controller. I've got to go back through and replay it myself, but it is just so much fun to sit through and watch and hear him having an absolute blast playing it. And
it's a great game.
They've done such an amazing job on that game. Like, it deserves all of the kudos that it is getting, because it just blew me away at how awesome it was and how fun it was to play, and just some of the random fun ant creatures that you could take control of, and there's just some really awesome surprises in that game.
My question to you now is, before we move on, do you think it's going to be Zelda or Mario who gets Game of the Year for the Game of the Year awards?
For all of the video game awards 2017, it is definitely up to those two. I'm leaning towards Zelda. I loved the Mario experience, and I still think it's like an absolutely amazing game, but Zelda was just technically, it blew my mind what you could do in that game on a handheld device. Just was outstanding.
What was it Larry said to us when we had him on last? He said it's the game that says yes.
Yeah.
Like, can I climb that tree? Yes, you can. Can I cook that thing? Can I set that house on fire? Yes, you can. Can I do this? Yes, you can. It really is like that. I think, considering how it cleaned up basically every single award at the Golden Joysticks, I think it's going to be Zelda as well. But Mario, really nice.
Yeah, you beat it as well, right, Rhys?
Mario? Yeah, I smashed it. In the first weekend. I basically had nothing to do, and I just sat at home like a troll and played straight through the whole game. And then I was like, why did I do that? Now I finished it, and I don't have anything else to do.
We're now going back through each of the kingdoms, looking for more moons and those special coins to buy more outfits, and right now saving up coins to get the big skeleton outfit.
Sombrero Mario is the best.
Oh, we really, we're really enjoying the Moon Man Mario at the moment.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's move on before Ross has a stroke while he's editing.
Yes. Enjoy, Ross. All right, let's find out what's going on the subreddit.
You're listening to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast. This week in the subreddit.
This week on Ross's subreddit. No, that's not
Ross's subreddit?
No, that's not Ross's. People will enjoy hearing that. All right, so Rhys, why don't you take it away? What's the first story here?
So the very first story today is basically that we just finished Black Friday plus Cyber Monday. In fact, we are recording right now Cyber Afternoon in the States.
I'm still cybering right now.
Yes, yeah. So, that had a different meaning when Clay and I were in high school. The sales are basically over. Did you guys because we sort of talked about it a little bit last week, but did you guys actually pick up anything over the whole weekend? Did you get any haul? Tell us about what you got. And also, just quickly before I get into this, I want to quickly plug the mega threads that are at the top of the subreddit right now. If you want to show off your stuff, there's a thread there where you can shop everything. And I also spent an unreasonable amount of time creating a thread for all of the people who are new to Xbox, or maybe if you just want some tips and tricks that you might not have known about. And this thread was created not just by me, but also in conjunction with Microsoft themselves. So this is the real deal. So go and check that out if you have any questions, or if you just want to see if there's something you might not know about your Xbox One. But back on track. Where did you guys get over the holiday weekend?
I'm so glad it's over.
Oh yeah, you work retail. Oh god, do you have any good stories?
No, not really. I had a guy who, I think tried to return a graphics card that he bought like a year or two ago.
Oh.
That was interesting. He was kicking off and we're just like, why? It's Black Friday, go back home.
I don't want it anymore.
It's like, now is not the time, we're busy.
Would you even let him return that? It's over a year and
Exactly. But he didn't understand that. And we were in the wrong, of course. Because, customers are always right.
Yeah, you work retail
baby.
You are nothing.
Exactly. No, I didn't really have any good
Polish
stories.
my boots.
I didn't get any. I was on the floor, so I normally get the stupid questions, but I didn't. I was not too bad. My favourite one is last year when some woman bought a game on PlayStation, and she come back like the next day going, "Oh, I've bought this. I tried to put it in my Xbox and it won't work. Why?" And I'm like, "Do you know what console that's for?" And she's like, "Yeah, Xbox." I'm like, "So why is it," like, obviously I didn't say this, but I was like, "But it's blue and it says PS4. Can you not read?" But, obviously you'll have to just smile and go, "Oh, you've just bought it for the wrong platform." The thing is though, because she'd opened it, she couldn't return it, so she got really angry, and I was just like, "Well, you've broke the seal, that means you broke the policy, it doesn't count anymore," and all this, and she was like, "Yeah, but you sold me the wrong console game," and I was like, "Well, no, because it's in big letters at the top, you want the green boxes for Xbox." And she just wasn't having any of it. But, they're like the facepalm moments where you're just like, why can't you just read, please? It makes my life easier.
Many years ago, I had a friend who actually owned his own video game store.
Oh, that must have been fun.
In Australia. And he used to have a blog about where he named the customers buddies. And he's like, guy walks in, definitely looks like a buddy. And he wrote this hilarious blog about all of the customer interaction he had working retail for a game store. But that was back in like 2004 or 2003, I think. But, that's retail is, you can keep that.
Yeah.
But did you buy anything?
Unfortunately, no. The thing is, I bought a lot of Christmas presents for everyone but myself.
Oh, and you can't tell because that would be spoilers.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, I had to, speaking about the Switch, I have it was basically between me and my sister having a Switch for Christmas, and I let my sister have it because I knew I'd end up spending more money, which was a shame. Inside, I'm like crying because I'm like, I really wanted a Switch for Christmas, but then it's probably for my own safety of my bank account. because I really want all the Zelda controllers and the Zelda cases, so it's for my own safety. I nearly bought an Xbox controller though, because they were on offer. All the nice one. I really like the Volcano one, which is the red and black like gradient controller. I thought it was pretty.
I like the Midnight series, like the Midnight Blue and Midnight Pink, or whatever it is.
Yeah, I do know. I think for Christmas, in regards to the Black Friday sale, my parents have got me a headset because I need one. At the moment, I'm using mobile headphones for streaming, and because the ones for my laptop don't work for my Xbox, so I really need new, because I've got headphones, but they're at home, not at my uni accommodation. So because I've got Turtle Beach Exo 7s. But I need ones for uni, so that's my Christmas present. So I think my parents have bought some in the Black Friday sale, hopefully, and possibly a stream deck because I really want one. I just want to put funny gifs and funny sounds when I stream. But I think that's it. I think I've been bought things on Black Friday on behalf for Christmas, but myself, I've just been too skint to get anything. So instead, I just cry at everyone buying everything in store.
Skint. That's such a British word. I'm glad you said it.
Skint. What would you guys say?
I'd almost forgotten it existed until someone says it.
What would you guys say then? Do you just say? I don't know. What you say instead of skint?
What do Americans say? Broke?
What does that even mean?
Have no money.
Broke, yeah. Actually, broke's maybe another poor broke. Well, no, because you're not necessarily poor. It just means you don't have money at the time to spend on things.
What do you say in the States? Poor, broke? What?
I'm broke, son.
Broke. Ain't got no money. You ain't got no money because you spent it all on the sales, didn't you, Clay?
I did. I ended up getting, I was going to pick up, I think I mentioned it last week, that I was going to pick up The Witcher 3 on Xbox. They had the deal where it was $20 and it was the Ultimate Edition or whatever it was with all the DLC.
Yep.
I was purposely holding out to see if there was going to be a better deal that popped up. And lo and behold, I'm at Toys R Us looking for stuff for my kids on the day after Black Friday, maybe. I'd popped in there real quick, which was just a horrible idea. It was absolutely chaos in there. Beelined it for the video game section. I was like, let me see what I can find here. Oh, let me see how much The Witcher 3 is. Oh my gosh, it's only $6. Yeah, I'm picking this up.
Yeah.
Now. $6. It wasn't the full,
man.
It didn't have all the added DLC, but my mindset was, there's no way I'm going to play through all of this game anyway.
You know what?
And all the DLC.
That works out to be like $1 for every 100 hours. I'm not kidding.
I'm sure. And then I was reading someone on the subreddit posted the same deal, that you could pick it up at Toys R Us for $6. And then someone was like, my suggestion for you is don't bother doing any of the side quests that are lower than your rank. I have no idea how the game works. They're there's so many quests in the game that you'll never get through everything if you stop and try and do everything, which is just awesome. It's really cool to hear. Aside from that, I was going to pick up Prey. I should say I did pick up Prey, and then I
picked it up and put it back down.
I picked it up and put it back down. And I'm now regretting that. You
can still get it for $20.
Yeah, this was a better deal. It was $15, but I thought I was going to be able to get it cheaper. And then by the way, for anybody that doesn't know, I'm such a big deal haggler. I am online looking for deals all the time.
You are frugal AF.
Yes, that is 100%. You're my wife. I'm like, no, we're not buying that. That's full price. Let's find a coupon first and then we'll buy it, or we'll wait till it goes on sale. I was like, we are not buying that full price.
Could I quickly ask something about coupons? Can you use multiple coupons?
It all depends on the store.
Oh, okay.
It all depends on the store and what the coupons are.
Because I've seen them programs where people literally have about 100 coupons, and in UK they get you so easily for coupons and vouchers. They're like, no, one per person per transaction, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know how the extreme couponing people. There's a lady that's on Facebook that lives in my area that is always posting get this paper, get this coupon, and you can get 47 rolls of paper towels for $3 or something like that. And you got to put in an hour's worth of work, but you can get and all these deals. I don't know. It's too much work.
I don't think an hour of my time is worth paper towels.
Yeah. The other thing that I picked up that I'm loving right now that we're taking advantage of right now on my end is I got a really good deal on an Ethernet cable, a 50-foot Ethernet cable that I was able to run from one. Yeah, it was 50 feet. I was able to run from where our router is upstairs in my house through a few walls directly to my Xbox One X. So now I have that hardwired versus running wirelessly and loving it. And I'm using that connection right now for as we're recording here. So I'm not super laggy like I normally am. And talking all over Rhys, even though we're still doing that.
A little bit. I think even if we were right next to each other, we'd still do that, if I'm perfectly honest.
I know. That's all right. We both like to talk, man. How about yourself? Did you grab anything?
Only what I said last week. I bought Human Fall Flat. And actually, I forgot to mention that I played that a little bit. That's this week as well. It did not go well. That game is about teamwork, but it's not about teamwork. Okay, so for those who don't know, it's a physics-based puzzle platformer. Mm-hmm. And what you do is the only way you can interact with the world is you can jump, and you can grab onto things with each hand. Each trigger basically closes your fist. So you steer your arms into something, like you steer your left arm into something, and then you hold the left trigger to close your fist and grab it, and then you can pull it. So when you're both holding on to opposite ends of something that needs to go somewhere, you can sort of imagine that very rarely will the two of you be in sync enough to move something. And quite often when you disagree, I'm going this way and I'm going this way, and you start fighting over something, and then you can grab onto the other person. Like I grabbed onto my girlfriend's leg with both my legs, and she's trying to walk and just dragging me along the ground. Like, no, it's a stupid game, but it's fun, especially for $3.
Fun.
It's kind of like Gang Beasts, but that's not out on the Xbox.
Gang Beasts.
Oh, Gang Beasts.
Yeah, it's like Gang Beasts, but with puzzles instead of just throwing each other off buildings.
Gang beasts are the beasts of the gangs. By the way, sorry, really random. Did you guys see the Rampage movie trailer?
No.
With The Rock? They've made, remember, was it Rampart was the original name, right? And then it turned into Rampage? Am I missing things?
I don't know.
The old school arcade game where you're like the dinosaur, not dinosaur. Yeah, you were a dinosaur, Godzilla looking guy, or...
Oh, yeah. It's like, is it Retro Rampage or something Rampage?
It's not Wreck-It Ralph, but it's like Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, Rampage. Did that trailer drop?
Yeah, with the Rock in it.
How did I miss that?
So stupid. It looks so stupid. And I had no idea that they were making a movie based on that game. And I saw the trailer. It's like, what is this? Is this? Oh my God.
See, I'm just waiting for the Infinity War trailer to drop.
Oh my gosh. You know how excited I'll be
The
for that.
Infinity War trailer, have you not seen the leak?
Yeah, I've seen a few horrible versions of that.
I'm avoiding the leak.
Oh gosh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good.
Thor was
great. How many
great.
times? I wish there was a way I could see how many times I've watched the Black Panther trailers. By the way, yeah, I think I've watched it.
When's that out? I'll be seeing that because Mike's obsessed.
February.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Is Mike a Black Panther fan?
So
He's obsessed with Black Panther. That's he's obsessed with Marvel and DC, but Black Panther is probably the main one.
It's his bag. Everyone who's obsessed with Marvel and DC has one character that's their thing.
Oh, 9th of Feb. Okay.
That's my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, your birthday was in February. Mine's only 10 days later, Rhys.
Oh.
Oh,
It's a good month to be born.
I know.
Oh, 9th is a Friday. Oh, that makes it better. Okay.
All right, let's move on. What are we talking about next? Looks like something Forza Horizon related.
It is actually. So, user Lupion Wolf. Lupion. I don't know. I'm butchering your name, buddy.
Wolf.
Lupain Wolf. Lupin the Wolf.
Look at that Lupin Wolf over there.
Yeah, exactly. So basically,
Beyond. Sorry.
so the developers of Forza Horizon Playground have basically hired the developers from Grand Theft Auto 5, Metal Gear Solid, and Hellblade: Setsuna's Sacrifice, and they have bought a gigantic office building, and it's going to staff over 200 people, and they're creating a new open world RPG. So basically, they've just taken all the money that they've made from the Forza series and started a whole new section of the company, and they've bought all of these. They've stolen basically all of these skilled open world developers, from GTA and Metal Gear and Hellblade, and crammed them into one studio and said, "We're going to make us an open world RPG." So that's exciting.
With some really awesome driving elements in it.
I can imagine that if you have to drive somewhere, it'll be pretty good.
So wait, does this mean that they're not going to be doing... They would still have to be doing Horizon.
Yeah. Now, instead of having 200 employees, they're going to have over 400.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, what is it? The Finnish company, Supercell, that makes, Clash of Clans and Clash Royale and that sort of stuff. They're one of the biggest gaming companies in the world, money-wise and users-wise. And they only have 130 staff. So imagine 400. That's so many
stuff.
It's as many as Rare.
Hey, random question: was Horizon on the Xbox One X enhanced or 4K supported game titles?
I would imagine so. It already
yeah.
had HDR.
It did.
Yeah, it had HDR even for the Xbox One S. It was the first game with HDR support.
Oh, look at me! I'm already gogoogling.
I was waiting. I could hear your keyboard. I was like,
why am I not seeing anything on it? It's got to have. Yeah, it said it's get 4K upgrades.
Okay,
nice. All right. I will be checking that out later this evening.
Yeah, make sure you
jump
do.
Back into Horizon and play some more Hot Wheels.
Yeah, play the Hot Wheels. The orange is really pop with the HDR. But so,
oh, nice,
Carina, you're the queen of accurate. What's the word? Prediction. So
100%.
100% accurate predictions from you. So what do you think they're going to be making? Do you think it's going to be a new IP? Or is Microsoft going to take one of its, reach into the coffers and revive one of its exclusives? What do you think?
Ooh. I don't know. I feel like they're always going to make a new one, but I don't think it'll be anything. I don't know. Yeah, but if they remake it, well, I don't understand why they'd remake anything. To be honest,
I don't necessarily mean remake, but they have so many old
remaster.
Old
why don't they just
franchises,
put them all together and have the ultimate Forza game?
Well, they've already got a team for Forza. This is going to be an open world RPG.
Oh, brand new. Oh, okay. I thought it was in relation to Forza. I
just said all that. Were you sleeping?
I'm really, really knackered.
Okay, Clay, what do you think then?
I don't think anything.
You don't think anything?
Nope.
I'm scrolling through the comments here, and all I'm seeing is Git hype. No one is actually discussing what kind of game
it won't be another year before anything's mentioned anyway, will it?
Probably
E3,
not.
I suppose.
But still,
maybe they'll tease something at E3.
But still, it's exciting to know that there's something huge going down. This isn't just we've got something cooking. This is okay, we're setting up a gigantic studio and we're going to do something epic. It's not.
I mean, if I had to take a guess, I would think it's going to be some sort of police unit. It's going to be set in a futuristic city type environment, and
they're going to chase
you are
agility
a
orbs.
super soldier, and you can sort of jump really high.
Yeah. Good idea.
And there might be these like orbs that you collect, and
It sounds really, really original. I don't think anyone's had that idea before.
I don't think so either. I mean, and if anything, the driving will be excellent. So,
At least we can all agree on that. I predict that the driving will be great.
So what I was thinking was like, what's the open world game with the worst driving?
I can
Maybe
tell
that's
you.
how it starts.
I can
Maybe
tell
that's how
you.
enter the world.
It's
Driving.
the open world game with the worst driving, at least on the current generation, is Watch Dogs.
Oh my gosh, it is horrendous driving.
Yeah.
cars around.
It's just, it's like there's a pole through the ground connecting the car to the ground. Like it's awful.
Oh man.
Do they even drive differently? Like, do the cars?
No, they don't. Ugh. Let's get out of here. Let's move on. And this is just, ugh. Oh, speaking of predictions then, I know the next topic. The actual games with gold have been released. Now, last week, Carina predicted that
Nailed it.
it would contain the letter, the number 3, and there would be at least one sequel. And from what I can see here, the number 3 does not appear. And
Actually,
none of these.
no, it does.
Where?
It does. There is a 3
Oh.
in 30th.
You're right. Okay.
close
Back to the
enough.
Future
There we
30th
go.
anniversary edition.
Best
You're right.
prediction ever.
Back in time.
Okay, so Karina's 100% accurate. Karina, seeing as you were so accurate, why don't you actually list off the real games with gold for this next month? December, that is.
So, at the beginning of December, we've got, well, for Xbox 360, got Child of Eden, Marlow Briggs and the Mask of Death. I don't actually heard of that before. I'm going to have to check that one out. I want to check out Child of Eden. And for the Xbox One, we've got Warhammer End Times and Back to the Future. And that's the 30th anniversary edition. That's as close as I got to having the number 3 being involved with something.
And it's not just Warhammer End Times, it's Warhammer End Times Vermintide. Vermintide, actually, if you're going to speak like the people in Warhammer. So, are you guys interested in playing any of these other than, obviously, Child of Eden? Oh, I hear, by the way, that the Kinect for the Xbox One does not work for the Child of Eden.
I didn't even know Child of Eden was Xbox One Connect supported.
Oh, it was like the poster boy for
Didn't
Kinect.
you use your hands,
Yeah.
to do something? I've got a t-shirt with Child of Eden in.
Oh. That's,
Child of Eden. Oh man, this isn't the game I was thinking of.
Child of Eden's a musical one, isn't it? You've got like not musical, but it's one of them.
it's like Rez,
Yeah.
but without the trans vibrator.
Nah.
It's pretty though. It's colourful.
It is pretty. Well, Warhammer is really cool. I have played it on the PC. I played it when it first came out because I'm actually a big Warhammer fan. I used to collect, build, and paint Warhammer models, and I wasted so much money and so much time. Nerd, says the guy with a 3D printing channel who prints nerd.
Hey. There's like level of nerddom, and you sir
Weeps.
are right there.
Well, I never used to play the Warhammer. I just used to build the models. So it was a colossal waste of money in retrospect because I didn't get half the use out of them that you're supposed to. But anyway, I used to paint these with my cousin, and we love Warhammer lore, and so we bought this on PC when it first came out like a couple of years ago, and it's really fun. It's basically it is Left 4 Dead. It's built on the Left 4 Dead engine.
Really?
Yeah, but it's set in like fantasy world. And instead of zombies, you've got fantasy monsters. Primarily, there's this race in the Warhammer universe called the Skaven, and the Skaven are like rat men. So instead of zombies, you've got like killer rat men running at you, and you fight them with swords and magic and ye old guns. That's old with an E in the end, and it's really fun. It's a 4-player co-op slash 'em up, and you just fight waves of enemies. There's a lot worse games that you could have gotten for free, I assure you.
Remember when that was like the rage for a little bit?
Yeah, it just came and went like...
I mean, even that style of game, now no one's really making those.
No, like survival games.
Yeah.
It's like survival games.
Now it's Battle Royale.
Yeah, now it's Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. There we go. That's
If you guys want to play...
What did you just pronounce it like? Rail?
Rail.
Rail. That sounds like a sauce.
Australia, mate. Battle Royale. But if you guys want to play Vermintide, I am so down for that, for some streaming. So
Do some streaming on the Vermin.
some 4-way stream.
Vermin's it's up. I'm really not. I'm not familiar with Marlowe Brigand's bees. Probably Warhammer at this point. Maybe Back to the Future. I think it was back. Was this the one that people were enjoying?
Yes.
Back to the Future game. Yeah. Back to the Future, the game. Why did I think this was a Telltale game? Telltale?
Is it not?
Telltale. Is it not? I don't think it is.
I thought it was a Telltale game.
Is it?
Is it?
But
I don't think it is. Oh, it is.
so.
It is a Telltale game. Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
And I think this is going to bring us to the final topic for the evening that I have prepared, because it's been dead and we are rambling about completely unrelated stuff simply because we have to fill in the time, because it's the week before. It's like the last week of November, just before December. So, this week is always dead as a doornail when it comes to news. But actually, somehow, during this dead period, user Sro360 hit the jackpot when it came to Karma. He won the Karma lottery, and he posted what is now our second most upvoted post ever. With 67,000 upvotes. And that is a post detailing that the Star Wars Battlefront 2 petition to revoke EA's rights to the franchise went viral. And then that post, ironically, also went viral. But I digress. Wow, guys. So how do you feel about this being the second most upvoted post of all time?
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I also saw there was like a senator or something here stateside that was catching a lot of attention here on Reddit as well, equating this to gambling.
Is it the guy from Hawaii?
That I don't know offhand.
Because he legit said it's a trap. When memes enter American politics.
No, but it was something like it directly said something like he was equating it to the tobacco and how Marlboro Man, how we prevented tobacco companies from selling cigarettes to young kids. And now Disney, he specifically said Disney is targeting kids with Star Wars. And
oh dear.
So the comments were like, oh man, if there's anything that's going to continue to light the fire for Disney to further dig into EA, it's going to be that.
It's to call Disney out, because we all know how much they love stuff like that. R.I.P.
Oh, yeah.
Rip in peace, PewDiePie. But I don't think that it's going to be revoked anytime soon, but that's actually a pretty funny bit of trivia. So none of us have actually played Battlefront 2 yet, have we?
I have played just the trial, and I'm going to jump back into it, I think, but
I played a quick demo, but
you played it at the Gamescom, or not Gamescom.
Carina, you did a great job on the Mixer Channel 1 live stream for Battle.
I did such a good job that I wasn't even able to play the game.
You provided commentary.
I was dying inside when that happened. I was like, why? I was like, I'd
so
done it
funny.
earlier, and then and my Xbox decided to reinstall it, and I was just like, oh no.
And I'd only organized that a month ahead. Half a dozen emails, organizing the time and the date, getting you a time slot, figuring out what game to play.
I was all prepared, and then still managed to ruin it and mess it up. I was like, that's typical. And I was like, this doesn't look great. Why am I doing this?
Karina makes it to the main page.
Front page.
Exactly, and I can't even stream.
Channel 1, baby.
Channel 1, the main video.
I hooked you up, son. I'm streaming pimp.
Streaming pimp.
Like, hey, I'm going to be on at 1:00 today. Oh, let me jump on there. Where the heck's Karina? I hear her talking. Where's her stream?
Exactly, that's the thing. And he was like, oh yeah, we should have co-streamed. And I was like, are you serious, I would have been on the front, co-streaming. But no, it had to reinstall with my rubbish internet that decided within the whole, 2 hours, I think it was, we were streaming, it got to about 40%. And I was just, no.
Press F to pay respects, guys.
Yeah. So inside I was cringing throughout the whole thing, mainly just because of how much I just ruined the opportunity that I was given.
But anyway, I think that's it for this week, guys. What do you think?
Actually, I do have one small topic I did want to bring up.
Oh, do it.
Was if you didn't see it already, go hunt it down. It's on the subreddit, or you can easily find it online now. Is user Cutie Panther posted here on the Xbox One subreddit the link to the Cup Souls, Dark Souls rendition animation style of Cuphead. So someone went and did a whole big animation of Dark Souls, but in the style of Cuphead, and it is absolutely awesome. It just blows me away. I can't imagine how much time it must have taken them to actually create that, 2-minute long trailer style video of this Dark Souls game set in the Cuphead universe.
People can't see me, but I'm really just sitting here nodding just oh, wait, no, they can't see. I have to articulate. It's amazing.
What's great? It is really amazing. You know what's funny is I find myself commenting on a lot of people's posts, especially video posts that they'll make and share, when I feel like I can tell they've spent an insane amount of time working on a video. It's just, I'm going, how do they do that? How do they have the time to do that?
I suppose when you make videos yourself, you sort of you start to appreciate how long it takes to do stuff. Like there's a really silly YouTuber from England by the name of Cad Icarus, and he makes really silly comedy video gaming shows, and everything seems really low budget, but seeing as I know how to use Vegas, all the transitions and little tiny jokes that just fly all about the screen, I'm like, that takes a long time to make. There's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes.
Even some of the, I was just watching a video from the Rainbow Six subreddit. Surprise, surprise, that I'm actively on there way too much. Someone posted their video, and it was another YouTuber, and he's got a ton of, maybe 500,000 subscribers. And immediately what I thought was, one, the video is really funny. Is one of those goofy, style gaming videos that you see of loud noises and inserting of other movie clips, or a whole bunch of gameplay and just funny stuff that was put in their voiceover work. And I'm writing them back. I'm like, one, this is really cool, but two, this guy must have spent a solid week editing this one video. There's no way someone can crank these things out very quickly. And it's the same thing with these Cup Souls guys. I saw the video and I'm immediately thinking, it seems like these guys probably saw Cuphead, maybe it was 6 months ago before it must
maybe they saw the first reveal 2 years ago and started
working on this, because it's just insane how much animation they've put into that one. It's like a 2.5-minute trailer.
Yeah, well, think about it.
All these different enemies.
It's 60 frames a second. So for each second, they had to draw 60 pictures.
But I don't know if I saw the original. I've got to find the original video and find out if it was it hand drawn like Cuphead, or was it? I don't know.
It looked like it was hand drawn like Cuphead.
Right. Man, that's just crazy. Oh, and it looks like the developers of Cuphead saw it and said, "Whoa, just whoa! This is truly something special. High fives. Here's a free code for Cuphead."
I certainly hope they got a free code for Cuphead after that.
That last part they did not say in their tweet, but I'm just assuming it was like,
oh, good Lord.
Cuphead stuff. All right. Well, that's it, you guys. That was this week's show. We promise we'll be back next week with some more stuff, or at least we hope we'll be back with some more fun stuff next week. From all of us here, we just want to say thanks for listening in. And if you don't mind, take a minute to give us a little review on the forum of choice that you're listening to this on, whether it's iTunes or SoundCloud or Google Play or whatever you Android users listen to things on. And we'll see you guys next week. Xbox off.
You're listening to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit.
Let's do this.